Alright guys, welcome back to another tutorial, and in this video we're going to be making our programs a lot smarter than they have been, because I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create a computer program that can make a very simple decision. Now the decision that it's going to be making is we're going to give it some code. We're just going to print something out on the screen, and our program is going to decide whether it wants to run it or not. And if you guys are like, okay, it's a computer program, it does what I tell it to do, so it has to run it, right? Well, not exactly. So let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I'll type the syntax in right now and show you guys the basic structure of it. So what you do is you type the keyword if, and right after that type parentheses right there. Now, in between those parentheses, we're going to be giving it some sort of test, and we'll just make them really simple, like check if a number is equal to another number, or like check if one number is less than another number. So these tests can be kind of confusing, but I'm just going to show you guys some real basic ones for this tutorial. Now, after that, put two little curly brackets, and any code that's in between your brackets is going to run if that test is true. So again, we're going to be putting the test right here, and the code, we'll just write something simple like print something out on the screen. But this is the basic structure of how to allow your computer to make a decision. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys an actual example so this makes sense. So like I said, just test something really easy, like is the number 4 less than the number 10? Well, of course we know that it is, so in this case it would run whatever code is right here, like print something out on the screen, and we'll just put like a easy house. So whenever we run this, we see that it does indeed print out easy house. So of course what your computer did is it said, okay, you want me to test this, okay, is 4 less than 10? Yes it is. Run this. So now let me show you guys an instance where the test would be false, and I'll talk to you guys about the different types of tests that you can do, but of course right now you know that you can do less than, you can also do greater than, so let's do that. So this, it says, is 4 less than 10. This one right here, this does not equal true. 4 is not greater than 10, so any code that goes right here, like print out meatball, if we try to run this, we see that it does not print out meatball. So even though we typed this line of code right here in our program, check it out. It doesn't print it out because we gave it a test, it wasn't true, and it made the decision not to run it. Pretty sweet. So before I show you guys an example of when you would actually use this in real life instead of just printing out meeple on the screen, I'll talk to you guys about the different types of tests that you can use. So of course you knew less than, greater than. There's also greater than or equal to. And this case would be like if you want to test if someone is like can enter a website, their age would be like greater or equal to 18. There's also less than or equal to. In some other ones, let me go ahead and type some numbers in here to test. And another one that you can do is test if two numbers are equal to each other. Now whenever you do this, you actually use two equal signs. And you're like, okay, well in math class I just write is x equal to 10 or something. And the reason you don't use one equal sign in computer programming, because remember, whenever you're making variables and assigning values to variables, you write something like x is equal to 10, and one equal sign in C programming means assign a value to a variable. Two equal signs means test if one value is equal to another value. So again, just remember that. You'll get used to it after a while. It's very simple. Now, the only other test I want to talk to you guys about right now is this. Not equals to. It's basically the opposite of equal to. So in this test right here, whenever you want to test if something is not equal to 5, it's going to be true in every instance except 5. So this, of course, is basically the opposite of equals to. 5 is indeed not equal to 5. That's true, so we ran this bit of code. So let me go ahead and show you guys an actual example of when you would use this. And what we can actually just code that one that I just talked about. We can allow the user to enter their age, and if they're above 18 or if they're 18, then we can allow them to enter some sort of website. But you know, like what website would the user need to be above 18 to enter? I don't know. I can't think of anyone, but we'll code it anyways. Easy caps lock. Okay, so int age, and then we'll just go ahead and give them some little prompt on the screen. Printf. Enter your age. Actually, I want to ask them a question. How old are you? New line. And of course, if we're asking them a question, we probably should give them an area to write into. And this is just going to be a simple integer, so %d, and of course ampersand age. So now we have the user's age, which is some number in the variable age. So now we need to make that basic if statement to test if their age is above 18. Simple enough. So if age is greater or equal to, because remember said they can also be 18. So this is going to be true in anything like 18, 19, 84. It's going to be false, and of course 4, 3, you know, like a bunch of 3-year-olds use computer. But anyways, let's go ahead and just print something like print. You may enter this website. So we can go ahead and run this, and hopefully if it works. How old am I? 27. You may enter this website. Cello. Now, another thing that we can do is we can also output something if they are under 18. And that's simple. You can just write if. And let me give myself a little bit of space to work with right here. So if age is less than 18, what can we write? Just write holy, nothing to see here. So run this, and of course if we say something like how old are you? 86, it still says you may enter this website and nothing else. And if you run this again, how old are you? Well, I'm actually only 6 years old. Nothing to see here. So pretty sweet. Our programs are getting a little bit more interactive. And actually right now, I guess this is a good time to talk to you guys about nesting if statements. So I'll actually put that in the next tutorial. So, you know, I don't want to overload your guys' brain in this one. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to nest if statements, make decisions like right after another. So it's going to be awesome. Thank you guys for watching.